Well, we're back in the garden shed today. My name is Teresa, my husband's name is Doug, and you are watching Homemaker Living. In our last episode, we worked on finishing 3 walls with some reclaimed shiplap siding, but we ran out of that. We knew that we probably wouldn't have enough material to finish this last wall. So we left that video off there so we could kind of formulate a plan and figure out what we wanted to do. And so we've come up with that plan and picked up a few materials to get to working on this wall. So our plan is to do some board and batt siding on the lower part of the wall. We went and picked up these 8-foot sheet goods to kind of formulate that board and batt look. And we have some reclaimed lumber that we're going to use for the batting. I don't have a sample of that, but it's the same stuff that we have on the walls. We're going to cut it off just above the door and the windows. And we'll have the board and batt going in this direction here. And then above that, we're going to run some of the same siding that we put on the other 3 walls. We believe we have enough material for that, running laterally. And then to kind of divide those 2 materials up, we're going to put a shelf that runs just along the window and the door to, you know, put some cute stuff on. So I'm going to go ahead and let Doug get in here and start getting set up, and then we'll just watch a little bit of that work and see how that unfolds.
Hold that on that line.
Where? Step 1 complete. Let's take a closer look. We went ahead and ran them the full 8 feet all the way up instead of ripping them down and having them land just above the door. That way it gives us a little bit more flexibility of deciding where that next material will start, and the board and batt, of course, ending, and then where that shelf placement will be. Let's just get a little closer look up of this board. So this, I think, we believe was the back side of these little thin plywood sheets. I don't even know if they're called plywood, but they're pretty thin. And we liked this side better because it is a little bit rougher and it has all these knots in it so that it doesn't look too like a finished wall. Depending on how we finish it, I'm assuming I'm going to do some painting on it, then it'll have a little bit more of a roughness to it, hopefully, since the other 3 walls are pretty rough and rustic. Shared this in the last video, but in case you didn't catch that, you can see this rough, kind of rough sawn backside of the siding. And we also did this tin ceiling, which is in a previous video as well. All the material is reclaimed, which is really cool. The siding, the window wraps, the ceiling. It would have been cool if we could have done the whole inside reclaimed. But, you know, like I said, we ran out of material, so we did have to buy these boards. That's all we had to purchase, and it was $77. So that's not too bad for at least the interior walls and ceiling. The windows were even reclaimed. I think we paid $20 a piece for the windows. We did purchase flooring, so, but not bad. Not bad for cost-wise. Okay, so Doug's gonna come out, I think, after having coffee and a snack, and he's gonna get after the next step. I'm not exactly sure what that step is, but we'll check back in with him. So I popped up just to check out the materials he's gonna be using. So this material here will be for the batting on the board and bat. And then we have some of this siding that's left to do the lateral above it. And wish us luck that we have enough. Okay, so let's go see the project that he completed inside. After Doug's break, he went ahead and trimmed out this window. So now all 5 windows are trimmed, and he's currently ripping down some wood to trim out the door. So our plan of action on this wall is to run the shiplap siding, just like the other walls, up on the top of this wall as far down as we can go. We think we can do about 5 runs, and then we'll start the board and bat. So Doug's gonna just start installing more of the same. Doug was able to complete the shiplap siding at the top of this tall wall, wrapping it around, connecting it to both sides. I think he got 5 runs on, so that brought it down nicely, and he will start the board and bat tomorrow.
The next day.
Doug is out here bright and early this morning. It's a chilly one. We had a good layer of frost, but we have a beautiful day. The sun is out and it's melting it, so it's gonna warm up here pretty quick. He just got done ripping down all the batten for this wall here, and he's finishing his last piece of trim, and then he's gonna come out and install it. Doug just finished wrapping up this board and bat wall. He makes it look easy breezy, but I know it takes a lot of skill and thought to execute any type of project that he works on. He's very skilled and very talented, and we are very lucky to have him in our family because he does help out and do projects for a number of us. So let's take a look at this finished wall and then wrap up the video. I usually film him working at a distance so that we can kind of pick up all the little tasks that he does to execute a job, and then like to move in a little closer when he's done. So here's where he meets the lateral boards with the board and bat, and then ran it under the windows and all the way down. We're really pleased with the way it turned out, considering at one point we didn't know exactly what we were going to do on this wall, considering we didn't have enough material to do the full wall. Now that all the walls are complete, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. We're going to step right into our next project, which is sanding these walls and putting a finish on them. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, as we have more projects to do inside the garden shed as well as outside, as spring is right around the corner. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.